Okay, so we're going to take off the front propeller shaft on this Dodge Dakota. First thing you have to do is get the front end lifted up a little bit so you can get the tires off the ground so that you can spin the propeller shaft. And then what we did so far, I'll show you, is you can see here we took off the bolts for the rear part of the propeller shaft. Propeller shaft runs up to the front here, and we're in the process of getting the bolts off the front. It's actually a pretty straightforward job, but it just takes some doing, getting under here, rotating the shaft so that, don't forget to mark your the shaft so that you know where it lines up. You can see we marked it here. You can see the rear. The mark is around the back, but we did mark the back part of the shaft too. Alright, so this will be actually the second propeller shaft that I put in. I replaced the original one because it was more like this, with this big bushing here in place of a universal joint in the back, like we saw in the original one. Well, it wasn't the original one, but the one I had in here. This one is more like the original that came with the vehicle. That's the part that I got, so hopefully this one will last better than the other replacement that I put in. And then you just follow it up there. Got a new one. Got those torqued, that gets torqued down to 80 foot-pounds. These get torqued down to 22.5 foot-pounds, but unfortunately I couldn't get a torque wrench in there, so I just had to do it by hand with a box wrench. So, but that's it. I mean, it's, other than the bolts, having a hard time getting the bolts out in the front, it was a pretty straightforward job. Lots of wrench turning, but there it is.